Chala Stifler.
Charlie, what's up?
Stifler.
You good?
I mean, after what God did for us.
Morocco. Oh, of course, obviously.
After what God did for us yesterday.
You don't know. Somebody say you don't know what you have. If you know how Ronaldo fans are bleeding. You know the most difficult job in the world?
Enoch in the newsroom.
No, but
the head of research.
Do you know the most difficult job?
Good morning to you. He has been sending me messages since yesterday.
The most difficult job in the world
about justifications as to robbery and why Ronaldo is the greatest. People were threatening my life yesterday when the game was 2-0.
Marina, the most difficult job in the world is hate watch. Especially if you are hate watching
and you are not successful.
It is extremely difficult. And there are players that if you want to do hate watch, you should be prepared that anything can happen. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. If you're doing hate watch, but these days it looks like the Messi fans are successful when it comes to the hate watch.
Since 2021, we have been winning. we are winning, and we will continue to win.
Well, let's see what happens.
That's a but I mean, away from all of the banter and all of that, I mean, how the game went, Egypt, they are fuming as to referee bias and a lot of that. You watched the game, you were in studio, you saw it all play out. Unbiased opinion, right? In terms of fair analysis to the refereeing decisions. Where do you stand?
First of all, I was extremely disappointed in Egypt themselves that you are 2-0 up. You have about 11 minutes to go, and then their coach Hussam Hassan was bringing in attackers. I was extremely disgusted by the fact that he was trying to bring in attackers. Like, what are you looking for? You are 2-0 up against Argentina.
Maybe get the third.
Just close the door. Just shut the door. They were trying to get the third goal, and I was asking myself, is it getting into it? Said that okay, this Argentina team is not what like we
it's there for the taking.
So it's there for the taking. We can attack them. Second of all, I think all the decisions that the referee took on the pitch, Egbeta, they were spot on for me. Listen, I'm making a case. They were spot on for me. But you ask yourself, the foul that led to Egypt's goal being chalked off, the second goal. The question is, if it was Argentina, it was the other way round, would it have gone to VAR, the review and all that? It was a foul. There was no qualms about that. There was a step on the foot of Lisandro Martinez. So it was a foul. The referee had the spot on. But I'm asking myself, if it was the other way round, would the referee have gone to VAR to check and all that? But it was a foul. The tackle on Mo Salah, it wasn't a penalty in a million words. Because Molina got the ball first. The ball was even away from Salah before he clattered into the player. But again, I asked myself, if it was the other way round, would the referee had gone to VAR to check and all that? Yes, I know it's the VAR officials that advise the referee that stop, we are reviewing and all that.
Go to the monitor and see
for yourself. Go to the monitor. Yeah. That if they take that, if that is taken as a penalty against my team, I would fume any day. I would fume. I would be extremely angry. Because it wasn't a penalty. Molina got a bit of the ball. He got the ball, not a bit. He got the ball. The ball was behind Salah. Then Salah clattered into him. But if it was the other way round, would it have been the same call, or the referee would have had a different opinion and the VAR would have had a different opinion? I think Egypt disappointed because they didn't see out the game. And the goals that, I mean, how does someone miss a penalty in the game? Keep his cool as if nothing has happened. End up being the most valuable player in the game, man of the match, because he rode back the years when he went down the wings. Yeah. He rode back the years. You know,
I think in both games against Cape Verde and then Egypt, when things were not going well through the middle, he went on to the right wing.
I mean, you remember the days that he was devastating when he was playing down that right wing. And it's always difficult once Messi gets onto that right wing and tries to cut in on his left. I mean, you are finished. He doesn't have the pace now to be doing all the running, but he has the brains and the skill. And once he went down the right wing, they bring in on Lautaro Martinez. And the most crucial part of what Scaloni did, it's been done at Tottenham Hotspur several times. Once Cristiano Romero goes to play as a third number 9, you are finished. because he is extremely good in the air. So once the ball starts coming in, you would concede. Egypt should have doubled up at the back rather than bringing on attackers as Osama San was doing.
Yes,
I understand.
He brought Mamouche on.
Mamouche,
and he brought Zidane.
I felt it wasn't necessary. At that point, you needed midfielders, defensive midfielders, and defenders to shut the door, because already Salah was stretching the Egypt.
I think they had this other.
Yeah, they had this counter attack where Mamouche, it was 3 against 2. And
that ball, Paredes actually saved the.
Do you know that was a turning point of the game? That when Paredes, it's like you.
It was 2-1 at the time, right?
Yes, it was 2-1 at the time, and Paredes stopping that attack. It was like Argentina scoring another goal to equalize.
Because it boosted
the
morale of the team.
Because they were pushing forward. You are playing against a team that kept pushing forward and leaving just one person at the back in Lisandro Martinez. Why would you be bringing on attackers when Salah was stretching the back line? So I was disappointed in Osama.
And they had another, was it a right winger or something? Yeah. The one who made the dazzling run for the disallowed goal.
Yeah. And he even came off as well. So I'm asking myself that all the calls from referee on the day, I felt it was legitimate. But if it was the other way round, would the referee have stood on his ground?
I think the point of where I've seen a lot of people actually raise red flags is the
Salah incident.
No,
which one?
The other one, McAllister's pulling of the shit.
Of the shit. Yeah, I've seen, but I think the referee was rather concentrating on where the action was. You know that it wasn't really.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have argued that irrespective of whether or not it was in the action zone, it was a penalty.
Yeah, but I thought the referee was concentrating on where the action was. But I would tell you that Lisandro Martinez tackle that disallowed the second goal for Egypt, it was a foul. Anywhere on the pitch, it was a stamp on the foot. But if it was against Argentina, would the referee have stood on his ground? That call from Egypt that Salah's the tackle on Salah should have been a penalty.
It's not a penalty.
It's never a penalty anywhere. But again, if it was against Argentina, will the referee have also allowed? I mean, if it was against Lionel Messi, would the referee have whistled for a penalty?
To a great extent, we must be honest and say officiating Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Haaland.
No, it's different.
It's different. We have to be. We have to be honest.
No, it's different.
Right? There's a certain leniency that comes with officiating those individuals.
There's a certain degree of leniency that comes with it.
There's a certain leniency, and I will be a hypocrite to not say that. It doesn't come with leniency for them. I mean, you have to be straight up honest, right? Because we can go back to, and I'm not equalizing it, but you can go back to other incidents within the tournament where you see that decisions are called against big teams, smaller teams. But when there's a big player with a big brand, there's a bit of leniency.
Nothing hurts me more than the third goal that Argentina scored, because I was
switched off
Enzo
completely.
Fernandez. Jumping, Yasser to
No, the cross was perfect.
Perfect cross from Lautaro. When the pass went to Lautaro, it looks like the chance was already gone because the commentator wide. But Lautaro kept his cool, saw Enzo coming, and Yasser didn't realize that Enzo was coming behind him. And all the 3 goals that Argentina scored, you can't say anything about it. They were perfect goals.
Yeah, there were no complications.
My only issue is the decisions that didn't go for Egypt. Would it have been same against if it was Argentina that was on the other end? But the foul on Lisandro Martinez is a foul any day in football. There was a stamp on the foot.
Yeah.
That ball that Salah went down, it's not a penalty. If they take that penalty against my country, Ghana, I would be furious. But if it was against Egypt, would it have been the same call? Would the referee have stood on this ground and said, okay, this is what I'm going with? That is where the problem is. But, I mean, it was disappointing. To lead 2-0 with about 10 minutes to go and allow yourself. And once Argentina got half the deficit, and it was 2-1, there was pressure on Egypt. You could see that Egypt were going to capitulate. And actually, I'm beginning to believe that how come with all the players on the pitch, the ball fell to Messi? with all these players on the.
No, I mean the ball came. The ball came back
into perfect positions. Like how?
I'm gonna.
How does he always get into
I'm going to. No, it's not juju. I'm going to tell you. Go back to. There's a video of Pep Guardiola with the Man City players, and says that when Messi passes the ball, he begins to run towards the post. He can smell the goal.
That's why Messi is the best player in the world, because when he passes the ball, he begins to run towards the ball.
He can smell it, right? Because if you watch the game, when he crossed the ball. There was a deflection which fell kindly back to him. He crossed again and he began to run towards. He was expecting someone could connect and head the ball, but he still was running towards the pool. And I mean, a running man meets his luck.
He always anticipates that anything can happen. So let me just get in.
I mean, and you can say the same about Ronaldo as well. He can smell the goal, right?
They anticipate.
So he can be in his own box when he smells. The ball will be kicked to a forward who is going on the counter attack, and Ronaldo will smell the goal and will run.
But what I don't like is I've seen the Egyptians trying to pin everything on the referee. They didn't cover themselves in glory. They should have shut this one down. 2-0 with 10 minutes to go. They should have. I think going in search of that third goal, I kept asking myself, why would you want to do that? Why would you bring on Mamouche when you should bring on a defensive midfielder or a defender? Because Salah was stretching the back line of the Argentines. And they had left only Lisandro Martinez at the back. So whenever the ball comes, Salah is able to deal with him. So why are you bringing on attackers when you are leading 2-0 against Argentina? Argentina with Messi on the field. A player that can make anything happen. Messi, Ronaldo can make things happen anytime. Even Erling Haaland has become that player. He can make things happen. So you don't leave them. Well, it's one of those things. Now it's left with Morocco as the only shining hope for
the African continent. That's a huge game against France as well on Thursday. That's tomorrow. Colombia, Switzerland. was
Tale Epemio say Colombia come out. Because I wanted Colombia to meet Argentina.
Yeah.
I know Colombia could have easily dealt with Argentina. The South Americans, when they are playing each other, there's no favorite. Even Bolivia can score Brazil or Argentina. So when it's
the football is different.
When it's an all South American affair, the football, the pressure, the tension is different. And I thought Colombia could have done a better job in stopping Argentina. Because where Argentina is going there, it looks like the semi-final, they will get there. It looks like the semi-final.
But they are likely to face England. England has two. That's the only difference.
England
have a very good manager.
I understand. And anything can happen.
And that for me is where I believe.
I feel if Argentina turn on their A game, England are no match for them on any day. If Messi decides to step up on any day, McGahey and those people at the back, Jared Kwanzaa and Jet Spence and those, they are no match for Lionel Messi. Even their left back O'Reilly, he's no match for Lionel Messi if he turns up on a day. So I wanted Colombia to qualify ahead of Switzerland, and Colombia can play the buga with Argentina.
No, but Colombia have themselves to blame.
Yeah, to blame
because they had goodness. There was a one-on-one.
It was not just one opportunity,
countless opportunities
to win the game. And once Switzerland saw the game into the penalty shootout, they were okay because the penalty shootout is
everybody's
game, and that is where if you have a good goalkeeper and you have about 5 good takers, the first 5 takers must be extremely good. If you have 5 good takers and a good goalkeeper, you're okay. That is why when it gets to penalty, teams like Argentina, teams like Morocco, they do not panic because they know they have a very good goalkeeper.
And they have good takers as well.
And they have good takers.
Talk to me about the choice of having defenders be a part of the first 5, because in my mind, all the defenders who've taken penalties have missed.
Yeah. And it
started from Jonathan Tah.
It's very surprising because defenders are...
Because there was... Luis Diaz was there. He didn't take a penalty.
You've played the game before. There is something about defenders. They barely change their mind when it comes to penalties. They decide where they are going to shoot towards when they are coming from the back.
Because all of them have blasted, either hitting the bar, over the bar.
What makes one miss penalties is when you get, especially attackers, they miss penalty a lot because they get there
and they are caught undecided.
They are caught in so many
as to where to put the ball.
They decided to go to the right, but maybe the antics of the goalkeeper pointing that you go to the right, play it. Then they decide to change or something. You can easily miss. But defenders, when they make up their mind, they'll just come and blast the ball. But this tournament, it's been surprising how defenders are just. You saw Akanji's penalty.
Yeah, over the bar.
If landed on FIFA's flag at the back, where
over the back,
it's been terrible when it comes to penalty shootout with defenders in this tournament. But I think Switzerland, they were able to keep Colombia at bay, not ensuring that they don't score, get to the penalty shootout, and they took their chance. Their goalkeeper on the day was brilliant with the saves that he made during the penalty shootout. So they have qualified. They will be meeting Argentina, but I don't think they stand a chance of beating Argentina. I would have
never
preferred
say
Colombia.
never.
Yes,
never
but I would
never,
have preferred
right?
Colombia because I feel Switzerland. Well, let's see.
So let's talk the 4 games now for the quarters. Morocco, France, Spain versus Belgium, England versus Norway, and Argentina versus Switzerland. There are no games today. There's a game tomorrow. Morocco versus France. I believe that will be live on TV3, and so viewers can look forward to it. Perhaps I'll pick quick thoughts, predictions. Morocco, France. How do you see that play out?
Could we have a repeat of what happened in?
That was a semi-finals in 2022.
Yeah, the semi-final in 2022 where France won that game
by a goal to nil.
2 goals.
It was two goals. Right?
It was Theo Hernandez and Kolo Muani that scored for France, and I still feel France are very strong, in as much as we all want Morocco to win because they are representing Africa. I still feel France are very strong, and I even feel they've improved massively in terms of their creativity because of Olise in
he
that
added
middle half.
a new dimension to them,
where he's playing more as a number 10, as a right winger. You're not really seeing when things get difficult. He cuts in and tries to give Mbappe those passes, and I still think France has something a bit more than Morocco in terms of their attacking third, even though Morocco still have Rahimi. So I'm looking at Saibari coming off injured in their last game. Will he be fit in time to play?
Suggestions are that he could make the cut.
That is what they are saying.
Playing an injured player.
It looks like they are most potent attacker in here. And on the day, they will be tested greatly by that French forward of Barcola, Dembele, Mbappe.
Bakola is crazy.
Olise.
His finishing is what has to improve.
Yeah, his finishing is horrible.
But
crazy. I still think France have enough to go past them. But if you're asking me any team that could end up winning the tournament, I won't go past France because I feel they are the strongest.
I genuinely do not see a team that beats France.
Because I feel they are extremely strong in so many departments. Because a team that still has the likes of N'Golo Kante on the bench, it tells you the quality that they have, and they've also reached their peak where you have a lot of players who would fade out after this tournament. I think Morocco would put up a fight, but it will be extremely difficult. If they win, I would jubilate, I would celebrate, I would be extremely happy.
But eventually,
coming up against the mighty France, if they win that game against France, then I can believe Morocco have something under their sleeves and can go all the way to the final. Right. But it will be difficult against France.
Quickly, Spain versus Belgium.
I think Spain would win.
England, Norway.
Extremely difficult game. Norway with Odegaard, with Erling Haaland up front. They are always dangerous. But I'll go with the 3 Lions.
Yeah, I see England winning this one. I'll be very honest.
Yeah.
I see England winning. Argentina, Switzerland. You've made your point already. You see.
I wanted Colombia to play.
Argentina
I don't think if Switzerland win, it will be one of the stories in the World Cup. But I wanted Colombia. Colombia can deal with Argentina.
Yeah, we all knew that, right? We all knew that Colombia will be
the team's Argentina
sell.
Is meeting currently. They are making the hits work very difficult. Why should I go to bed and I can't sleep? I'm watching my ceiling. Because I'm reliving in my mind that Messi goal is, and then I open Facebook. The first video I see is Messi's goal. Why?
Tala, thank you very much for joining us to Sports. That's Mutala Yakubu.